What's going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? Thank you all so much for tuning in. My apologies for being late. Hello again. I know, Francisca. We just had a fantastic live about Umar and the new series on Polite. Oh my God, these cult leaders are they're just the worst. They're so bad. Shout out to all of you all tuning in. As you come in, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Thank you all so much for the support and for checking out the great content. There's a whole list on Candace Owens. I think now there's over 200 videos in that playlist. So if there's any information that anyone wants to see, please check out that playlist and revisit any videos on that channel, on my channel, on the playlist where you can get some information and check out all the prior research and reporting done thus far on Candace. So we are here. There is a whole new post she put up. It's good grief. And then we're gonna check out the rest of Jay Witt's video. He went to Candace Owens' attorney's building, the 920 North King Streets building, and did a tour. And so we're gonna check that out. Shout out to Jay Witt up there chilling up in Delaware. Get ready to get started because I don't want to keep you guys too late. As you come in, hit that like button. Say hello. Don't be scared, including the candy asses. Y'all come out the bushes. Shout out to all my moms. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. Let me get set up here because I want to get right to it. Plus, I got some information on this whole club, descent, or whatever you can't make this stuff up. Horrors did an awesome job on this Polite series. It's one episode in, and I'm here for it. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all hit that like button coming in. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Let me show this. What's happening? How you doing? What's up, Andrea? How you doing? Mama Sage, what's going on? Tracy, Jesus loves you. Yeah, he does. He loves all of us. Welcome in, everybody. Thank y'all so much. Y'all, we're going to check out Jay Witt. Shout out to my brother in Christ. He went to the attorney's building and did a tour. I'm so excited. You can't make this up. I'm ready to see this. Oh, shout out to Jay Witt. Y'all, he went there and I caught part of this. I didn't see the whole from the beginning, so I will be watching this with you all. The first part of his live, he went to FDMG schools that Umar Johnson thinks he owns and he don't. And then we got some information on this club, the Sant, because she put up another post, y'all, talking about something with Club the Sant. She doesn't know what that is. Can't make this stuff up. And then, of course, Milk Bar. Milk Bar has a new video. We got to see that as well. So we're gonna have a great show, great live information, some research done. I'm gonna share just a great live in store, and we're gonna get to it. Hopefully, you guys are looking forward to. For those who celebrate Thanksgiving, you're looking forward to it. There's so much to be grateful for: life, health, and strength, family, friends, job, money, whatever you're going through. Trust me, there's always someone worse off than you. So we'll be grateful around this Thanksgiving time. He doesn't have his captions on yet. Come on, Jay Witt. Turn your captions on, bro. Some of y'all telling me about this Brandon Tatum. How bad is it? Is it something that are y'all interested in seeing this video? Y'all want to see Brandon Tatum? Because I've gotten a few requests. You should check out Brandon Tatum. Oh man. Is he gonna have me cussing? If he's being a clown, I don't know. What's going on, MP Burke? Yeah, shout out to all of those that are following me on Twitter X. If you follow me, I follow you right back. Okay. So follow me on Twitter X. It's at Lady Luck Club LLC. Same handle as my YouTube channel. And it's the same handle as my Instagram as well, which at some point I got to get back to doing. I can't even remember the password for Instagram. But follow me on Twitter X and I will follow you right back. So I did see her post, and it is, it's like, girl, you're not getting out of this lawsuit, Candace. Okay. You still got to go to court. Judge Rennie is not for play. This does not get you out the lawsuit. I don't care why she's out for a week. She has yet to produce any evidence on anything she's claiming. And she's saying the White House confirmed. Why would the White House confirm receipt of your complaint when it's going to be an investigation by the FBI? You can't make this up. That's our executive branch of government. It's the judicial branch of government to which the FBI falls under, Candace. So good grief. All right. Good evening to everybody. Good evening. This is going to be our late night stream. We're going to kick this off with the tour from Jay Witt of the school building. Officer Tatum podcast. He spoke to Candy O and seems to believe her crazy. Oh my God. Wait, did he have her on his show? Or on a phone call? Or he said he spoke with her? Yeah, I don't watch Brandon Tatum. As a Canadian, we celebrate in October. Oh, cool. Cool. It was bad. Self-hating clown. Oh, man. Everybody speak to everybody. Kayla back up in here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all hit the like button as you come in. Hit the like button. So I guess he said he spoke with her. Okay. But she wasn't on the show. Got it. Gotcha. So as y'all hit the like button, we're going to go ahead and get into this. Make sure you put a 1 in the chat. Drop a heart once you've hit that like button. Let's get the likes up on that because, even for the candy asses, they love it as well. They love the banter. But I'm going to continue to do my research and reporting because free speech and all, free press, constitutional rights aren't just limited to Candace Owens. She is not God. So we're going to continue to research on her. Then, yay, let's get to Jay Witt's tour of her own attorney's work building. Let's go. Put a 1 in the chat when you can see it here.
Chaos ain't no free parking, Jason. What's wrong with you, brother? All right, let's see what we got. I don't remember my license plate number, right? That's crazy work. Not even my license plate. Sorry about that, y'all.
Wow. Oh, wait, did it just freeze up?
All right, now.
Oh, that was his video.
I'm going to the Rodney Grill for lunch, but I got to pay for my parking. Assassins clearly don't get parked for free. I got my maroon on. That's what I was told. If you wear the maroon, you get to park for free, but they lied to me.
Okay, yeah, this is his phone. His video.
I don't know if it's.
Hold on.
You still got to pay for your parking when you go to the Rodney Grill. So just know that if you're an assassin, you got to pay for your parking. You also shouldn't be jaywalking, but it is what it is. Assassins get the jaywalk. That's how we roll. It smells good. I don't know if the food is good. I know it smells good. Okay. Let's see what they got here.
Y'all. So he's in the building.
Oh man, I gotta hurry up.
Oh wow, it looks
Hello, how
nice.
are you? Okay, okay.
Did he go
Pretty
to a kiosk
nice
or
little
something?
burger fair going on. How are you doing, man? Good, good. What would you recommend? A burger. I kind of got that part. What if what about I kind of I kind of walked into that one myself.
Ugh,
I did that to myself. I mean, it does say burgers and
burgers and
fries.
fries.
I would not expect it a slice of pizza for sure. Okay, I can't go wrong with pizza, but I can go wrong if I ask you for pizza. Though what I did, I went wrong. That is true. There you go. I got you. I got you. I got a lot of chicken.
He must have been there early because I don't see any other food out on this thing. Am I missing something?
I got a lot of chicken burgers. I don't know the chicken burger. Okay, let's do
What chicken burger?
Okay, let's. I'm gonna try your Newark burger. Yep, put everything on it.
I tried chicken burger. I don't eat beef or pork.
Say again. Yeah, I ain't got to talk to nobody. Nobody care if my breath stinks.
Hold on, I'm gonna get past the part where he ordered food.
I'm probably gonna sit outside. Where am I sitting? You don't have where to sit. How are you? Good. Can I get a? I'm gonna get a drink and I also have a. I'm an assassin, man. You trying to mess up?
He eating. I'm trying to get to the part where he does some to him.
No, no. Umar is not from my college at all. Umar is not from my college at all.
Child, Umar is not welcome on his college.
All right. Umar didn't. I don't think Umar went. Umar did go to.
For those of you tuning in, this is Jay Witt. He went to Candace's attorney's building, the 920 North King Street building. Right now, he's just ordering some food, but I'm trying to get to the part. I mean, was it, because I haven't seen this, so I'm watching it for the first time with you all. I'm just trying to skip over past the part where he's ordering lunch.
As a matter of fact, let me real quick. Oh, they got a dining room upstairs. I'm gonna go upstairs. All right, so they got a dining room upstairs. I wonder if that's a.
Oh,
We're
okay.
gonna get the full experience. We're gonna get the full experience. I'm gonna ask people like, where does Candace sit when she comes? Oh, it looks like it might be closed. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask my friend when she let me go up there.
So this building has 11
Can
floors.
I?
Is he able to go up?
Excuse me. Can I go to the? Can I go to the dining room upstairs and close it?
What?
Okay, I guess. I guess. I guess. I'm sad though. I'm sad. Next time. Next time. Next time.
Michelle, are you crazy?
All right. So
Yes, it's her.
okay. So I guess they're about to close. Oh man.
Crazy.
Mine is done. Let's see what we got. No, I'm good. Thank you so much. You too. You too now. Thank you. All right. So let's go
Hey,
see.
Mira.
Do something real quick. Hello, hello.
Michelle, how you doing? Mira.
All right.
Who knows, Mira?
I don't want to sit in my car and eat. That'd be terrible. I'm gonna have to sit in my car and eat
Okay, here we
here.
go.
So,
So he couldn't go
and
upstairs.
Wings fan, I appreciate you. Burger real quick.
I
Have
want to
y'all?
see you
I
eat
got
that. Hold on.
this attorney Umar Johnson's FDMG Academy. It's major.
Did I miss something? So he never got the chance to tour the building. He just went to the
I
location.
really think that's a bad look for Brandon Tatum. And so
Yeah.
3 years in jail for this. So I think she thought that would, because if they, that's what I think happened. Why? And then I don't think her attorneys knew that she was going to be doing that. And I think she got caught on the carpet. She put out on Twitter that she's going to be quiet for the rest of the week. So I think her attorneys are like, look, you might have did too much. You're going to end up.
Yeah, she outed the whole like the her own attorney's law firm. On average, people don't even read court documents because it's boring, right? Court stuff is boring. I get it. But I try to make it interesting as possible when I do cover a lawsuit or court documents or anything related to the law. But when you think about like the average person doesn't really just dive into court documents like that, you know, you have to assume that the majority won't even know the address. They're not gonna really just go out their way to look it up like that. Maybe the diehard, brainwash coat candy asses out there, but you know, on average, people aren't going to be looking up the address for the law firm because they're not important until they need to be when they go to court. But she put her own attorneys out there.
Too much. You're going to end up. I think her attorneys called her out and said, "You're doing the most, so stop it."
So
And
who
that's
doesn't
what
go
I
back
think
in the
happened.
building?
Now, back to my point. Since she's not going to be going live, I'm going to probably go live and look at Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson. Why do I want to keep calling Brandon Johnson? Because he's just useless. Brandon Tatum's video on Candace, and maybe even Betty Johnson's, because I think.
Okay, so I thought he did a full tour inside. I just wanted to check out that part. But you guys make sure you check out Jay Witt podcast if you want to catch the entire video. For the sake of brevity, I'm gonna go ahead to Milk Bar, and then we're gonna get to Candace's post she did. And look up some information on this club, the Sant thing, because she has no idea what she's talking about. It's just insane. So let's get to here is the new Milk Bar video where she's, of course, now saying, "Oh, the French is, the Macrons did it." It's oh, new theory. They tying Charlie Kirk to Brigitte Macron. You can't make this up. There's no reason for them to do any of that. They want to sue her. They want her to pay out a judgment. They don't want her to go to work. They're not trying to end her life. They feel like whatever judgment is issued against her, especially if it's more than 10 million, that's gonna hurt worse. Girl. They're not trying to have you cease to exist. No, they want you to keep living so you can pay that judgment. Girl, bye, Felicia. All right, y'all, let's get to it. Shout out to Milk Bar TV. If I can get one of the monster drop Milk Bar TV YouTube channel as well as Jay Witt Podcast YouTube channel in the chat, I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. So make sure you guys check out this video and hit the like button over there. And then hit the like button over here. Let's get to it.
Very close to something, as we had started on September 8th, by the way, our Becoming Brigitte season 2. And we were looking at how unusual it was that a dog was barking a bit too loud. A thief that nobody was pursuing was running. And that was us discussing the MK Ultra program and Brigitte Macron strangely and Emmanuel mentioning.
Yes, I'm sorry. Let me give a shout out to everybody that's tuning in, for all the new people that's tuning in. Yes, he was. Jay Witt went to. I'm assuming he's up there with his family for the holidays, but he went by FDMG school, and then he went to Candace Owens' attorney's building that she outed, reading some letter that still proved nothing. So she's not smart enough to know when she's being trolled, and she doesn't know how to vet her tips. That was her attorney's building. So he went by there to see what was up with it. And I don't think they allowed him to go up to the other floors. It was closed, and rightfully so. You got somebody like Candace Owens that outed the entire building where her attorneys work. You can imagine the crazies going there. The candy ass is trying to go up there in droves because reasons. She's trying to get out of this lawsuit. But that was the worst thing ever. Now your own attorneys can't work in peace because of you. And this is in Wilmington, Delaware. Yes, they're in Delaware. Because guess what? Her LLC and Georgetown Inc. is registered in Delaware. And that's where the lawsuit is filed. So you want to get an attorney that has the ability to practice law in the state wherever the case is. Um, so she had to get some Delaware attorneys. So yep, they're in Delaware. So is the Macron's attorneys. Their attorneys, are able to practice law in the state of Delaware. What about what cases in Delaware with the Macrons? The Macron suitor. There's a lawsuit. NJ, there's a lawsuit. The Macrons filed a lawsuit against Candace Owens, and then when she doubled down on her nonsense, they filed a first amended complaint. So they amended it and add on the new accusations, the new evidence for the defamatory nonsense she's doubling down on. So they're there in the building. Okay. And you asked a question about that. I was just answering the question. What's up, Michelle? How y'all doing? Yup, 2.0. How goes it? I think Candy knows the Macron case is cooked. So she is trying to turn her coat on that building to get the case moved. Who knows? Because what the judge will not allow is, 3 or 4 plus attorneys and an entire law firm to be bullied. Because then that's how you get caught up. They got cameras around that building. So you're thinking about going there, please understand, you're going there trying to do something to some attorneys. You will be attacking what's considered an officer of the court. Attorneys are officers of the court. That is a felony. Go up there and buck if you want to. You will go to jail. I mean, the Canadians don't care about laws, so whatever. But that's what they have to look forward to. Andrea's asking, LLC, in your opinion, do you think that by her talking now, including Brigitte Macron on conspiracy, will be even more likely the Macrons will win? They're for sure going to use that as evidence, because now you're insinuating that they aided or perpetuated in some criminal activity. And that just enhances their case even the more, because defamation includes making provable false statements about someone committing a crime. And when it comes to criminal matters, your burden is to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. That's how it works in court. So when you insinuate, it's not the same as someone saying you make, mean comments and you're bullying me. You're talking about something where you must prove with evidence that they either aided, perpetuated, plotted, planned, schemed to do anything involving any murder of anyone. She's saying they are involved in the Charlie Kirk assassination and that they're trying to assassinate her. You have to have evidence and proof of that. And with the intent requirement too. Just like the intent to defame, you have to show intent that they were trying to do this. She hasn't produced not one shred of evidence on this stuff, but yet she can out and dox everyone else. She'll go hammer time on Rob McCoy, knowing she wouldn't be able to disrespect Charlie's pastor if he was alive. But she won't give information on this so-called threat. Now she trusts the FBI enough to do an investigation. Yeah, it's nonsense. She has not shown any evidence to prove that she's in danger. And that's what people are asking for. Show the evidence on it. You show evidence on, someone being a donor. You don't mind putting up Charlie Kirk's medical information and disseminating that without consent. Show your evidence on this threat. It's just so crazy. It's just like her saying she got emails from, an OSI or some special investigations unit with a military to try to insinuate the military is involved. But no one can tell me which branch of military. There's 4 good branches. We said this yesterday. We discussed this yesterday. And I asked the question, which episode did Candace do where she showed emails from the military that showed that the military had something to do with Charlie Kirk's assassination? They couldn't even give me the episode number. So no, if you're gonna sit here and say something like that, at least tell me the episode so I can see these emails she supposedly posted up. Because I want to see the emails. Period. I don't think it's a good idea to knock our military that helps to defend our borders, keep us safe, and they're the ones going out, putting their lives on the line here. Why dog out your own country's military? It's ridiculous. From people who would never join the militaries themselves because coward. Hell out of here.
MK Ultra in the lawsuit to us 18 times struck us as odd. Speaking of MK Ultra, first book we're going to be reading is Chaos, because it is like, yeah, we should learn a bit about the CIA and the secret history of the 60s, and some of those themes may be relevant as we go along with this series. Brigitte Macron was born. It's also the same day that the CIA's MK Ultra program was born. Emmanuel Macron spent a ton of time isolated throughout his childhood. Just off the bat, his father, Jean-Michel Macron, was a psychiatrist. And yes, of course, we know for a fact that psychiatrists have done some evil things. And then also...
What are these evil things, that psychiatrists do, Candace? Because, we need you to overcome that fear so you can actually go talk to one of them. It's the nonsense and the jibber jabber for me, where she produces no evidence on this. It's not like she's showing this stuff as she talks. What is it that psychiatrists do that's so evil? Because if that's the case, nothing in this reality on earth is real, and everyone's evil, and no one's to be trusted. So why have a cult following? Why do the candy asses believe Candace Owens, but you don't believe anything else on earth? Nothing else is real, but when she says something, it is. Make that make sense? You don't believe the government, so why do you believe in the MK Ultra program? You see, we could do this whataboutism all day. You don't believe in anything any government says. You don't trust the media. You don't trust the feds. So why believe that an MK Ultra program even existed? Why not call that a conspiracy theory as well? They don't even believe the sky's blue at this point. They don't believe in the moon landing. Dinosaurs existed on Earth. She don't believe in nothing. The Earth is flat. Like everything's just some sort of conspiracy. So why believe that an MK Ultra program even exists? You know what? Why believe that I'm a real person? Why do you believe that red blood, flows through your body? Why do you believe that you have organs? Why believe that you're a human being? Everything is a conspiracy, correct? So why even a CIA MK Ultra program is a thing, but not evidence, video evidence to show a man jumping off a roof after shooting someone? Video evidence on that. Because, we're not going to be swayed by what we see by our own two eyes. You can't make this up. But never mind it. Nope. Psychiatrists are evil, but MK Ultra is a thing. Okay. Can't make, it just goes to show that they believe whatever she tells them to believe, but not do any independent research on their own. How do we know this is Candace Owens? She could be an alien. I could just go out and throw conspiracy theories out there all day. How do we know she's not reincarnated Jermaine Stewart? Because we could theorize a lot of stuff. How do we know that Candace actually grew up in the U.S.? How do we know that? We could theorize that.
Times struck us as odd. Speaking of MK Ultra, first book we're going to be reading is Chaos, because it is like, yeah, we should learn a bit about the CIA and the secret history of the 60s, and some of those themes may be relevant as we go along with this series. Brigitte Macron was born. It's also the same day that the CIA's MK Ultra program was born. Emmanuel Macron.
If she was born on the same day as the actual program, then wouldn't that be beyond her control? She didn't create it. Well, what makes you think she would have anything to do with it? She was born the same day allegedly this thing was created, and she didn't create it herself because she would have been a newborn. So why assume she has something to do with it? You can't make this up. How do we know Candace Owens is not a part of this MK Ultra program? Candace, are you a CIA operative? Are you here to throw a wrench into an investigation? Maybe she's an FBI informant. How do we know that? We don't know. But we know. You know? I know, but I don't know. But we know what we know. You can't make this up.
Spent a ton of time isolated throughout his childhood. Just off the bat, his father, Jean-Michel Macron, was a psychiatrist. And yes, of course, we know for a fact that psychiatrists have done some evil things. And then also recognize that the majority of the documents pertaining to that program were destroyed. So we don't know just how global that program went, as we were trying to determine whether or not it could have been Brigitte Macron that was involved in that Stanford experiment, this prisoner 2093. And what really terrifies me is that if my inclination that Xavier Poussard's messages have been being read and tracked for longer than I even realized, and that's the reason they initially sent that cease and desist in December, was to ward me off sitting down with Xavier Poussard, then what we hadn't yet presented to the audience.
She's had nothing but time and opportunity to sit down with this person. Just like she could have easily given an invitation to Erica Kirk. Why didn't she just do that? You see, the fact that she's doing these episodes is proof that no one's stopping her. Her videos haven't been blocked or taken down. They're still up, right? So the fact that she's been able to even talk about this for 3 months straight, and then for her to keep saying they don't want me to talk about it, as she talks about it for 3 months straight, is proof that no one is stopping her. Because in this reality here on Earth, we can see and hear with our own 2 eyes her still doing videos about it. So how is she being hindered from talking about it when we've seen 3 months worth of content of her talking about it? How do we not know that Candace is a part of MK Ultra program as well? How do we not know that? Maybe she's an alien from outer space. She landed on the wrong planet. I mean, we can get as fantastical as we want with this. You're talking about somebody stopping you. No one gets to stop me, no matter how many bots and things and comments I see in the chat. I don't care. No one is stopping her. She's still talking about it. Candace, you could have sat down with this man at any given time. You chose to focus on Charlie Kirk. But you could have done an interview with Xavier Poussard at any time. No one stopped you from doing that.
Audience, but what we were investigating on the back end, if they were aware of that, it really makes me wonder if we were on the right track. And it was something that was so sinister, involving maybe another step of the MK Ultra program being used to foster serial killers and to give serial killers new identities and allowing them to run in countries. That was kind of conversations that I was having in the background with Xavier. And we thought that we had perhaps identified Brigitte Macron at Stanford University, a possibility is what I would say. We were maybe at a 50-50%. If there is anything.
Wait a minute. Y'all see that? She's not even 100% sure. She's saying it's 50-50. You see this? The odds of this being true, 50-50. But the candy asses think this is 100% accurate. She just said it's 50-50. Y'all, the candy asses are so funny to me. They're just they're pure entertainment. But we still have, to the mods, we have all hands on deck. But they're pure entertainment. Pure entertainment. She just said, it could be 50-50. So she's not even 100% sure. She's not even over 50% sure. You can't make this out.
And if they were aware of that, it
Yeah,
really makes me wonder if we were on the right track. And it was something that was so sinister, involving maybe another step of the MK Ultra program being used to foster serial killers and to give serial killers new identities and allowing them to run in countries. Yeah. That was kind of conversations that I was having in the background with Xavier. And we thought that we had perhaps identified.
Where's the evidence of these conversations, Candace? Are you ever going to play a recording of this stuff or show emails or text messages, that's not proctored or fake? Are you going to even show this stuff? No? No, okay.
Identified Brigitte Macron at Stanford University, a possibility is what I would say. We were maybe at a 50-50%.
Yeah, 50-50. Anything... You got a 50-50. I can't get over this. Maybe we were at a 50-50%. Candace is not even giving herself credit to say 51 to 49. You can't make this. She's not even giving herself the majority of the credit here. Oh, good God. But the candy ass is a swear. She's 100% accurate. She just said she's 50-50. Y'all see that here? Came out of her mouth. You heard it twice.
To know about Kabbalists, it's that the numbers matter deeply to them. Numerology is important. So I say to myself, the numbers of the prisoners.
I'm still waiting on that check.
They cannot be random. They are random, but they can't be random. They have to hold some sort of a meaning. They're all over the place, right? Some of them are 3 digits. Some of them are 4 digits. That's
the epitome of random, Candace, where there's no sequence to this. There's no pattern. It's the opposite of random. What you're describing is random. Is it definitions of terms that she and her cult following are having a difficult time with here? Candace, you're describing the definition of the word random. You're not able to put a pattern together. That would make it random. This is unreal.
Numbers of the prisoners. They cannot be random. They are random.
They are random.
But they can't be random. They have to.
They are random, but they can't be random. Why are you contradicting yourself? To the candy asses, I just want to say up front, I pause and rewind because I don't speak cult. I don't speak stupid. I don't speak this alien foreign language that Candace is speaking here. So you all see that she's literally contradicting herself in the same statement. Oh, it's, probably true by 50-50. Now you're saying they are random, but they can't be. Yes, they can. You're admitting it is. You're describing it to be random. Unless she's going to point out the pattern at some point. Yeah, it's random.
Hold some sort of a meaning. They're all over the place, right? Some of them are 3 digits. Some of them are 4 digits.
Random.
There's no flow. Why would somebody do this? More than anything else, just difficult for you. If you're controlling this experiment, it's difficult to keep track of all of these numbers. When you just want to make somebody like 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. And then it hits me. Everything about this experiment is military. These numbers.
Yeah, but the military would have it to show a pattern. Let's just say the testings are random because she's already admitted that. What makes it military? This is priceless. Yeah, this is from September 9th, 25. Gotta go back. Y'all, you can't. Please stop. Don't get angry at the candy ass. You just gotta laugh at them. You can't make this up.
Random, but they can't be random. They have to hold some sort of a meaning. They're all over the place, right? Some of them are 3 digits. Some of them are 4 digits. There's no flow. Why would somebody do this? More than anything else, just difficult for you. If you're controlling this experiment, it's difficult to keep track of all of these numbers.
Hit the like button.
When you just want to make somebody like 3, 4, 5, whatever it is.
Yeah, okay.
And then it hits me.
Uh-huh.
Everything about this experiment is military.
Random.
These numbers must be military. They must hold military significance. And lo and behold, the prisoner numbers just so happen to correspond to 1971 military bases. And I'm going to go through those for you guys right now. Doug Corpy's
military bases, Lord have mercy.
8612. That is the number that was assigned for the Naval Weapons Station in Long Beach, California. Incredible. That one took me a while to hack because apparently when it's a medical center, a medical facility, they give them.
What did you hack? Go back. She hacked something to these mommy slews. At some point, you guys are going to have to stop being stupid and breaking laws. Why use the word hack if you're researching? That you don't even have to affiliate yourself with that term. If you're doing legal research here, if you're doing research according to the law, meaning you're not accessing personal identifiable information or private information or information that could be deemed classified, like you're not sitting here breaking laws to get this information. Why even use that term if you're just researching? They in for a rude awakening.
medical center, a medical facility, they give them what's known as
You hacked into a medical
DMIS
facility.
numbers. But again, Long Beach, California, Jerry Shue, we have Camp Pendleton, CA. That is, of course, also a naval base in California. And then, last but not least, and you guys don't have to show this next one because I want to speak through this. Tom Williams, prisoner 2093. Is this a naval base? I get a hit, guys. I do get a hit of a naval base that it corresponds to, a naval unit rather than it.
Stop. You can't make this up. So DMIS is a Defense Medical Information System Identifier. So if they do use anyone in the military in this program, naturally they would have this either way, even if they went to the hospital on a military base. DMIS numbers refer to the Defense Medical Information System Identifier, which is used by the Department of Defense to identify medical facilities. These identifiers are essential for tracking and managing medical resources within the military health system. So even if you go to a military-based hospital, you're probably going to get this DMIS number, or there's going to be something affiliated with that. What is she saying that's so, just new? Unless, Candace, this is something that any person can just research. You're not giving any information that even connects this to MK Ultra thing when this is a standard thing. This is standard. Are you kidding? This is standard. You go to a military, you go to any hospital, clinic, anything on a military base, this refers to the military health system. Of course, it's going to be a DMIS. The DMIS IDs are updated monthly and are recognized as the controlling standard for both medical and military facility identification and cost workload classification. This would be outside of an MK Ultra program. This is standard. So this does not immediately connect anything to an MK Ultra program. This is something that they just do. There's no significance to that. You didn't even see the word MK or Ultra or anything in this. This is a standard system because reading is fundamental. I don't expect the candy asses. Let them get it out. They just throw tantrums because, facts and evidence don't care about their feelings. So let them throw the tantrums to get it out. If they get rude or disrespectful, yeah, you got to time them out or block them. But this is standard. This is not something, oh my God, this is just the key to all of the MK Ultra stuff. No, it's not. This would be applicable in any situation regarding the military health system. Ultra program or not. So for this, the MK Ultra program would be irrelevant. You will get a DMIS if it's anything related to the military health system. What the heck? This is something you could have just Googled. Okay, let me drop this link in the chat so people can read in their own time. Because this is a whole thing here. Health.mil. Yeah. You cannot make this up. She's making it seem as if this process is just specific to an Ultra program when it's a standard. DMIS is a service of the Department of Defense. Y'all see that right here. Identifies past and current DoD medical facilities. This information is updated monthly via monthly with availability of data going back several years, because by law they have to have some sort of record keeping, and they have to keep it on file for a certain number of years. This site is a service of the DoD Defense Health Agency Office of Decision Support Division. DMIS IDs are recognized within the DoD as the controlling standard for both medical and military facility identification and cost workload classification. DMS IDs are used throughout the military health system and worldwide in both healthcare and non-healthcare systems. What does the hell does this have to do with MK Ultra? They will be using this regardless, Candace. This is absolutely laughable. I just say this is only something they are doing in this MK Ultra program. No, it's not. This is outside of any specific program. Y'all see this? Worldwide. Throughout the military health system and worldwide. Worldwide. All over the world. Global. Because she doesn't know what globalism means, of course she's going to be confused. She can't define nationalism either. Y'all, can we just bless God for the ability to read and still use our brain? You can't make this up. Okay, let's get back to it. Because, I have to prove a point in the middle of a video. Dear Lord. So now when you all see DMIS, you know what it means. Because now you have the information to read and research it.
Happened to correspond to 1971 military bases. And I'm going to go through those for you guys right now. Doug Corpy's was 8612. That is the number that was assigned for the Naval Weapons Station in Long Beach, California. Incredible. That one took me a while to hack because apparently when it's a medical center, a medical facility, they give them what's known.
You didn't have to hack it. Y'all see how she tried to make it seem as if she's doing some heavy research or investigation, something she's not licensed or certified to do. Candace, stop pretending to be a investigator. It's called impersonating. You're not an investigator, girl. I literally just Googled DMIS. You can't make this up. Why did you feel like you had to use that word hack? Oh, it's to give some level of importance to the candy asses and the bots to make them believe that she's doing something that's so special. Is just no one can do this research. I'm sorry, Google is a thing. DMIS is worldwide, Candace. So you did nothing special bringing this up. You can't make this up. Yeah, I'm here to debunk her all day. This is crazy.
As DMIS numbers. But again, Long Beach, California. Jerry Shue. We have Camp Pendleton, CA. That's of course also a naval base in California. And then, last but not least, and you guys don't have to show this next one because I want to speak through this. Tom Williams.
Yeah, let's build up that suspense. Why don't we hold your breath? Candy asses, hold your breath. Hold your breath. Just keep holding it. Hold it. Don't worry about getting lightheaded. It's okay. We're building up to that. Hold your breath.
Prisoner 2093. Is this a naval base? I get a hit, guys. I do get a hit of a naval base that it corresponds to, the naval unit rather that it corresponds to. And it is the only naval unit on the list that is not American owned. And it just so happens.
Yeah, because the DMIS is global. It's nationwide. Hold your breath, candy asses. Keep holding it. It's okay. Don't pass out.
Happens to be French owned. Clipperton Island. Who knew? A naval base on Clipperton Island. First thing I'm thinking is, what the heck is Clipperton Island? I'm wondering if it's me.
What is it?
My husband then says he's never heard of Clipperton Island. And that's crazy because my husband is the king of geography. Xavier Poussard?
Yeah, geography. Is he the king of history? George Farmer, where are you at? Are you literally going to let your wife continue to crash out all over social media where one day your 4 children will see all of these videos and all of these posts and all of these cult members that are sitting here idolizing her over information that anyone can do a quick Google search for? Candace, DMIS is nationwide. She acts like hospitals sometimes get shut down too. Medical treatment facilities and things of that nature sometimes can be shut down. If it's shut down and no longer operable, then why are you shocked by this? So he's the king of geography, but not history, which is what you would need for this situation. Because he would need to know the history of this facility, not just where it's located. Perhaps it was shut down. It's there's a thought.
George says he's never heard of Clipperton Island. So let me show
he
you
doesn't
this
know where it
island
was.
that apparently not many people have heard of, that had a military naval base and presence. That is a French island. Check this out on the map. Yep, let's go in here. Clipperton. What the heck goes on at Clipperton Island? It's incredible. And then suddenly Charlie Kirk gets assassinated, and it totally throws us off of the scent entirely because we're trying to figure out what happened to Charlie. And now, strangely, trying to figure out what happened to Charlie has brought us back to a France question, right?
You can't make that up. You cannot make this up. The France question is what? What's the French question? To the candy asses, what's that French question? Because while she was proving nothing here, perhaps I missed that French question. What is it? MK Ultra? DMIS being nationwide, worldwide, nationwide, worldwide. That means it could be in any country on Earth, not specific to an MK Ultra program. Candace, are you a part of that MK Ultra program? Were your parents a part of this MK Ultra program? Perhaps they were given some medication of some sort that can explain how you turned out to be what you are now. Maybe Candace is an informant and she doesn't want anybody to know that. So she goes out of her way to knock the FBI because she really is an informant for the FBI. I'm just asking questions. Perhaps, maybe. Who knows? Worldwide, Candace, worldwide. The MIS is worldwide. It is not limited to some MK Ultra program. It's not limited to the United States. It is worldwide. This has been going on forever. Has nothing to do with the MK Ultra program. That's like saying you go to the hospital and you end up with a medical record number. Of course, you're going to have an MRN. It corresponds to you as a patient at that hospital. It keeps account of all your visitations, medications you take, surgeries, all your medical history under that MRN. Sometimes the MRN can be different from the patient account number. These are identifiers, just like DMIS. It's an identifier. It has nothing to do, it's no different than a medical record number. It has nothing to do with an MK Ultra program. She didn't discover something so profound. What's that French question again? For the ones in the back that are still slowly comprehending, DMIS has nothing to do with an MK Ultra program. It is something utilized worldwide. So yes, it could be in other countries, islands, wherever else. You can't make this up. Feelings are not evidence. I don't care about your feelings. Candace said that too. Facts don't care about your feelings. Ditto, Candace. Facts don't care about your feelings either. What I refuse to allow her to be is one-sided. Just like she thinks she has free speech and free press, so does everyone else. So who is she to trample over someone else's constitutional rights to free speech and free press and to ask questions? She makes it seem like this DMIS was something so prolific. What's the French question? I would love for Candace to tell me, what is that French question she's asking?
What happened to Charlie has brought us back to a France question.
What's the France question? Is it a question she's asking in French? I mean, how did this go? Now that we've learned something new today, children, let's move to the next video. Shout out to, oh Lord, shout out to Milk Bar TV. He is epic. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. This is the amazing Lucas. I don't know if you guys, he has 610,000 plus subs. So obviously has a huge following. And maybe some of y'all heard of him. Maybe not. I don't know. But he does an incredible video on this. and it was absolutely hilarious. And we're going to watch it. If I can get one of the mods to drop the YouTube channel link for the amazing Lucas in the chat, I'm dropping the link to this specific video. Please, by all means, feel free to check out his content and his videos on your own accord. But we're gonna have a good laugh at Candace tonight, especially with another Army video because we need it. So put a 1 in the chat when you can hear and see. Let's get to it.
Okay. Oh my goodness. So I haven't done a video on Candace Owens in a minute now. And it just so happens to seem that ever since Charlie Kirk went to hell, how you doing, Charlie?
No,
I'm doing good. So, there she was saying that, hey, they're all in on it. And the natural question is, well, who is they, Candace? Who?
I'm not going to agree to that because it's just like people laughing at him being, or mocking his death. No, that's not a cool thing to do. That I will disagree to. I'm not here to say whether someone went to heaven or hell. Nope. He was executed in front of an audience. That I won't agree to.
That they are in on it. And it's like, okay, all right, got you. Then it was like, hey, TPUSA, they all betrayed him. And it was like, okay, who at TPUSA betrayed him? Candace, tell us. I can't tell you exactly who at TPUSA is, but just know they all betrayed him. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, they all betrayed him. And it's just,
you can't make this up.
It's gone wild, bro.
You don't get to ask those questions.
Now, during all of this, people were enjoying, the show. They were enjoying, hey, she's just, fighting for her friend. She lost her friend, and that's why she's doing an investigation. And you know what? She can't.
That she's not licensed or certified to do. And neither are these weird-ass mommy sleuths. Because, Candace, you're not a licensed or certified investigator. You're not even good at journalism, girl. You're bad at this. For her to not pull up any information about DMIS in general, it is misleading, Candace. It's what you call lying by omission. So you leave out basic information about DMIS in general to try to tie it into some MK Ultra thing. That is wholly misleading and misrepresenting the facts. She failed to just simply Google DMIS. Hey guys, let me show you all what DMIS is first before we get into this. A lot of the stuff she said probably would not have been said because it would have been contradictory. It's not, a great mystery that there's a DMIS system and it's somehow related to some military base in another country. It's worldwide. Yeah. That's how that works.
Show you the sources, all right? You just have to trust her, okay? That's what you have to do. And, that's what's been going on. But now, I feel like she's jumped the shark, all right? That's where I feel like we are. And goodness gracious, where is George Farmer, fam? Where is her husband? Okay, unless they've been divorced or unless...
Yeah, George Foreman looks weird. He got a weird look in his eyes. I don't like that look. Something sinister about this man. See, Candace, we can do this too. There's something very sinister about George Farmer. Can't put my hands on it. Very sinister about that. Yeah.
They're separated and he lives, on one side of the country and she lives on another side of the country. I don't know. I don't know how she keeps up with being a mother, coming up with conspiracies, dodging assassination attempts. Okay. I don't know. You tell me. This doesn't seem very trad wife and conservative, but we'll let bygones be bygones. You control your bitch, motherfucker.
Yeah, he looks so weird.
The newest theory is that, hey, I want you to understand something. That Macron and Israel, they put assassins, okay? I'm talking about like some John Wick type of stuff, okay? They have hired assassins.
You can't make this up.
To the tune of $1.5 million to take out Candace Owens.
Damn.
Now, before this assassination alleged attempt, what she's been saying that, hey, it's leading to, maybe Israel and Netanyahu, and maybe they're in on it. That's what the implications have been. And let me just say, okay, let me just, cut out all this left-right stuff right now and just say, as an American, as a red-blooded American, as a patriot of this country whose ancestors fought.
Yes, Candace, because Candace said she wants to go to Russia. Candace, do you need help packing? You've got over 5 million subs that are probably willing to go with you. And we will happily send the asses off with you. Candace, you still trying to go to Russia? Yeah, I remember she said this in a whole video. I want to go to Russia. I want to be Russian. I'd rather move to Russia. Candace, no one's stopping you from going to Russia. Because you dog out the U.S. so bad, it's hard to believe you want to be here. You focus on other countries so hard. It is hard to believe that you're an American patriot. Your focus being on Israel, France, Australia, and Ireland. Russia now. She literally said, I want to be Russian. I want to go to Russia. I ought to move to Russia. Candace, when do you plan on packing? We'll help you. Girl, we will help you pack. We will not stop you. Just like no one's stopping you from talking about Charlie Kirk. People are just tired of you lying about it, but they're not stopping you either. But anytime you need help with packing up, girl, to Russia, you let us know, girl.
And died for this country. That if I come to find out that Israel had anything to do with Charlie Kirk's demise, I will personally donate to the IDF.
No, dude.
That the government, someone from the government has let me know that, hey, there is a paper trail. That's what it was. There's a paper trail of this alleged assassination contract. Okay, that's what.
So this is the Post. I am told the payments from assassinations are running through the Club de Saint in France. Club de Saint. I could be saying it wrong. I don't speak French. This means there is a paper trail, and I encourage the patriots of France to do what you can to uncover it. Candace, aren't you supposed to be doing that? This is the thing. Why is she not researching her own alleged assassination plot? Why is she wanting France to do that? Wouldn't she have to give up some level of proof or evidence when she filed the complaint with the FBI? Why are you telling France to do your job for you? With the following you have and the cult members behind you that will do anything you say, why are you relying on France to do this? Why don't you produce whatever evidence you used to file your complaint? Shouldn't you have this already? You're told that payments are running through Club de Saint, but you don't have evidence that payments are running through Club de Saint. You guys have to read the words that she says. That's why I put on the captions. Because she's not saying she has the evidence. She's saying she was told. Candace, why aren't you getting that paper trail? You're the one saying that there's some sort of plot against you from all of France, the French government, and some high-ranking French government employee told you about all of this, but they didn't give you evidence to prove it and back it up. Make this make sense? I'm sorry. I said I got an email from one of the Luxors saying, "Hey, I like your show, but can you stop hitting the desk?" I apologize if I'm hitting the desk. I'm not really trying to, blast out anybody's ears. It's almost involuntary. My bad. But Candace, shouldn't you be getting this paper trail? Why are you asking others to do this for you when you sit here talking about you're investigating, and I'm using air quotes, investigating an assassination of someone else? Then why aren't you researching your own alleged plot, some plot against you? You would be the best person to do this for yourself, would you not? How many of you all will sit here and let someone else call you on the phone and say, "Hey, I think the Macrons are after you, girl, because that lawsuit and all. Maybe this is a way to get out of it, maybe not, who knows?" And then somehow in this whole phone conversation, you walk away with zero evidence, no paper trail about this transaction at all. Because why would that be secret information? Nothing else is. So why keep that a secret? She doesn't mind doxing people. Why keep this a secret? Why not ask the person that called you, Candace, and say, hey, can you send me emails of these transactions? You're being told this by someone and you don't ask for this yourself. The logic goes out the window here. And Candace, you claim that you've lived a long time and you've got common sense. No, you don't. Because common sense would say, if someone's telling you that this documentation paper trail exists, that you would ask for a copy of it. And then you would be the one to post it up. Because she posts up random kids on college campuses because they're wearing green hoodies. She outed someone because she called them a Jewish donor. Phil Lyman was outed and doxxed. All of the security for Turning Point was doxxed and harassed and bullied. Her candy asses can't help it. They still cyber harass and cyber bully. They can't help it. They have no regard for the rule of law. But you mean to tell me some transactions, a paper trail of someone paying to have you assassinated is not worthy of you posting that evidence up? It's absolute buffoonery. It's buffoonery. Post up the evidence yourself, Candace. You go uncover it. You can't make this up. What's wrong with her getting it? Why didn't you ask about this, Candace, when someone told you about the payments? All this other fluff here means nothing. I am told that payments. That's it. Stop right there. Who told you that? What evidence do you have on that? Send me the transactions. Is it Cash App? Was it PayPal? Was it transferring from one account to another? Was it a wire transfer? How did this go? What was the method of payment? Did someone write a check or give a money order? Was it whole cold hard cash? Was it cash in a briefcase? Can you provide me proof of this? That would have been the only question I would have asked after this. Otherwise, how do you expect me to believe this? Because I want to put this stuff out here too so that all my candy asses can believe everything I say. I don't get it. Candace knows she has a cult following as well. That's why she's sitting here saying, I encourage the patriots of France. Yeah, never mind the candy asses in the US. She just kind of overlooked all y'all. The mommy slews here in the United States of America. Yeah, never mind none of y'all. I encourage the patriots of France, to do something. You can't make this up. No, Candace, I encourage you to be able to conduct yourself in a phone call to ask questions about evidence and to get this paper trail. And if you're going to sit here and dox me, which is highly illegal, that is a cybercrime. Why can't you post the evidence about these payments? I don't care about the candy asses throwing a tantrum because they have no evidence to provide whatsoever. So tantrums it is. We're still going to laugh at the end of the day.
What's been going on? At first, I used to think that she's crazy. I think like many other people, I thought, okay, she's cuckoo, right? Lost it. But after really, doing my due diligence and really looking into the allegations and, the French assassinations, I kind of believe her.
What?
And, to make things even frightening, someone actually sent me a disturbing image, we'll say. Okay. And now I don't know who this is from. I'm assuming this is like a hostage negotiation situation, but it's terrible.
I'm glad you asked that question, Kool-Aid. Yeah, it's such a befitting name. Cool Kid. I'm sorry, Kool-Aid. Cool Kid. I'm glad you asked that. Has Candace stopped talking? Do we not see and hear her doing videos still? She's off this week because it's Thanksgiving. Let's be honest about this. Probably because her attorneys are pissed off that she outed their law firm in the location. Because you people, and when I say you people, I mean the candy asses. You people don't know how to act. You act like miscreants roaming the earth without a soul. You don't care that people are being doxxed and getting death threats or anything, as long as your dear leader somehow is spared from all this. But yet she provides no evidence of any of that. Who's stopping her from talking is the question. No one told her to take a week off. She chose to do that. She could do a video right now if she wants to. You're asking me a ridiculous question here, because the fact is that Candace has not stopped talking. In this reality here on earth, let me make sure I'm clear on this, because I understand that some of you all are trapped into alternate realities with Candace, wherever she's gone. In this reality here on earth, she's still talking. Candace has not stopped talking. If she wanted to drop a video right now, she can. She's still posting. That's communication. Whether it's verbal communication or written communication, communication is communication. You're relaying messages. So if she's still posting comments and posts on Twitter X, she hasn't stopped talking. She has not stopped communicating. She's just only communicating and writing. If she wanted to drop a video right now where she runs her mouth for 2 hours, she could. No one has stopped her from talking. She literally tried to invoke herself into a gag order that had nothing to do with her. That was how desperate she was to invoke herself into this. Candace could just excuse herself out of it, but no one's stopping her from that. But we're going to debunk her on every level because she's lying and she's not producing facts or evidence. Facts that don't care about her feelings. So tell her to drop a video. Maybe the candy asses can convince her to do a video this week. It won't hinder her from doing that. If she wanted to, she can. It's a moot question. No one to shut her up. People just want her to post up evidence, post up documentation. I've never even told her to shut up, but she's the one sitting here telling other people to shut up. She said that to, was it Donald Trump's son? The first son? If you can't answer questions and say things, just be quiet. She said that to Rob McCoy. She said that to Frank Turek. She's told people to shut up because she expects them to stop talking. I know I've never said, Candace, you need to shut up. Nope. I want her to keep talking. I want her to run her mouth. That way, the Macrons get more and more evidence to use against her in the court of law. Candace Owens. Candace Amber Owens Farmer. Everything you say and do can and will be used against you in the court of law, which is the common principle of the rights that you have. Just know, heads up, the opposing party, the Macrons, have attorneys as well. And every video, every post that you put out there, everything you say and do will be used against you in the court of law. Now, if you feel like you're not breaking laws, Candace, then you shouldn't have anything to worry about, right? But you can't get mad at someone just gathering evidence against you. It's called a lawsuit. They have the right to that. They have the right to seek legal recourse. So who's stopping her from talking? I don't want her to stop talking. I want her to keep talking. You're giving the Macrons more evidence. Keep on, girl. Don't shut up. To all the candy asses, talk all you want. Every time you leave a comment, you leave a paper trail. You're leaving digital footprints on the internet. Why shut them up? Let them do that. If nothing else, my entire live stream chat is evidence of something. Yeah. No one's telling her to stop talking. No, keep talking, Candace. Keep going. Just don't get mad when it comes up in court. Judge Rennie is not for play. Neither is the court of law. You're not going to go in there and sit here out like a fool. If you do, understand the consequences. She's making it easier for the Macrons and harder for her own attorneys, but whatever. Keep on, Candace. Keep at it.
So I'm going to show you the image, but just bear with me. If you have kids, please tell them to go out the room. But it was sent to me, and this is the image. Now, I didn't know who this person was, okay? But upon further analysis, I have, gone through the history logs and whatnot in the database, and it seems that the person who has Candace Owens hostage is Bon Voyage.
Just a sick world we're living in. Sick people.
Now, this aligns right with French assassination attempts, because Bon Voyage, if you all remember, this man is nothing to play with. He is nobody to be toyed with. This man was so heinous that he put a bomb on a kid's cake. Okay? So when she says that there are French assassins after her, she better hope it's not Bon Voyage, okay? I hope that this photo, this image is doctored, that it's a fake, all right? I'll have to speak.
Oh, man. Oh, we are here for this all day. You can't make this up. Shout out to The Incredibles. It was an awesome movie. Took them 15, 20 years to do a part 2, but whatever. Oh, this is epic. Y'all, this was absolutely genius. Bon Voyage.
To Peter Parker to find out, but double check it through the Daily Bugle. But I hope this isn't the case, okay? Because if this is the case, and the United States is doing nothing, all right, while Bon Voyage has an American hostage, we've lost the country. What do we do then? Okay, if they can't protect, Candace Owens from a French assassin, then how are they going to protect me? How are they going to defend this country? So I just
okay. I want to show that little kid. Y'all, this is epic. Oh, this is such a thumbnail. Hold on, let me do a snippet. Y'all can bear with me for 6 seconds. I can snip this. Candace, this is going down in history, girl. Yeah, no. Keep talking, girl. Keep on talking. Yeah. That's good. Oh, that's good stuff. Got it. Can't make this up. Oh, my good Lord. Okay, we're going to switch over to Twitter X. Oh, you can't make this up. All right. So let's go. Oh, God. She says a lot of things, and it's so hard to keep up. Girl, it's hard to keep up whatever she's saying and doing at this point. Girl, where is it? I had it up. Oh, my God. Oh, dear Lord. I want to go to the one she talks about with, he is capping for her. Whatever. No one is wishing anything on her, but I just don't understand why she can't provide evidence to show these transactions. I mean, that would be the first step. It's called follow the money, Candace, because you're bad at this. Let me help you out. Follow the money. The first thing you should be doing is following the paper trail that shows anything to do with a transaction of currency. Follow the money. Why would you not get the paper trail yourself when someone told you that there is proof of payments of some sort? Why not get the paper trail? It's just unbelievable. Was it from yesterday when she said with the club, the sign or something? When everything's said and done, and the public learns that Macron allegedly moved 1.5 million for my assassination, how will the world respond? Who knows? Who knows? This is something else. I'm trying to get to the one where she said that the payments were being done with Club D or something like that. Because I want to read that whole post. He only showed part of it in his video. And then she just says, so, like, she's still talking. No one's stopping her from posting. Do we not see her posting on her channel? I'm just saying, do we not see this? She's still posting on her channel. Where is the post where she said that they were paying, there's some proof of money or something with Club Design? Where's that at? What day did she put that out? I want to go to that specific post. Anyone know? George Farmer is weird. He's just sinister to me. I don't know why. I have never gotten apologized to her crazy ass followers. No, they're not gonna apologize. They're just gonna keep, saying you're hating, you're being paid, blah blah blah. Copy and paste comments. You don't want to know what day she posted that up? Because I'm trying to get straight to that comment. Because I had to look this thing up with this Club Toussaint thing. And I want to read the entire post. Because you just can't make this up. Oh, dear Lord. See, she's still posting. She's still tweeting. She's still posting. No one's stopping Candace from saying anything. That's the biggest hoax of all. She wants people to think they're trying to shut me up when she hasn't shut up. She's still doing videos. She's still posting. She's still communicating. I mean, seriously. It would be a shock if she didn't do any of this stuff. Ugh. Where is anyone knows where that post is? The original was 2 a.m. Saturday, I think. Read the response of Even. I'm sorry, I'm scrolling up because I thought I had it up. I'm not advocating for a hit on her. I'm saying she should follow the money. But I'm saying she should do that. She could research anything else and call herself investigating something else regarding an assassination, but not her alleged own assassination plot that someone has against her. All of a sudden, she doesn't know how to go after a paper trail for payments. So either you all think she's smart or you don't think she's smart. Which one is it? I never said she should have a hit on her. I said, why is she not doing the research herself? Why is she asking France to do it? Why would she let someone tell her that there are payments being made to further this so-called assassination plot? Because she hasn't proven that there is any attempt or plot either. No evidence on that at all. Just her saying it. No evidence. But why wouldn't she, at the very least, follow the money? She's bad at this. It's the first thing you think to do. If you're saying someone's being paid to do something, you follow the money. You don't let someone call you and say there's a trail where payments and transactions are happening. And then you don't ask, where is the transactions? Send me the evidence. If that person is calling you, telling you that there are transactions, then obviously they've seen it, right? So why wouldn't she ask them for a copy of it? Why isn't she posting that up? She's posting everything else up. She could dox people. No one said that she has to be, threat. I don't advocate for a death threat to anyone, which is why she needs to acknowledge or denounce Nicholas Ray. Other people being doxxed and getting death threats issued against them, she showed no concern in the world. None. I could use that to say I don't have any sympathy for her, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying she needs to do her own research on it and follow the money. It's that simple. Unless there's just no evidence to get. Okay, I don't see Even. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me go. How far up do I need to go? Even. I'm trying to get to that one. I don't see Even. I'm sorry. Check. I'm trying to find this actual post. It's that one. I just want that one. Oh, Lord have mercy. I can't see Even's comments or anything. Oh, God. Let me go back to the video because he at least had part of it up. So this post here. I'm looking at November 23rd. I couldn't even see it through all her that the fact that she has so many posts up, even more proof that she has not shut up. No one is expecting her to shut up because that would be impossible. No one, I don't even think anybody is expecting her to shut up at this point. Even her attorneys can't get her to shut up. And they don't even care. It's like she doesn't even care if she's hurting her own case. And I'm sure they're probably telling her, please don't say these things online because it's not going to help your case in court. Because YouTube is not court. And court is not like being on your YouTube channel. You can't go to court with all that nonsense. Judge ain't going to hear all this stuff about conspiracy theories. You can't prove someone has a plot to assassinate you. You can't even follow the money trail and show receipts of these transactions someone told you about. And then you're trying to blame the French government and the Macrons on assassinating Charlie Kirk, an American civilian, American citizen, but now trying to plot to assassinate you. That's even more defamatory if you can't prove it. Because that's how that works in court. You have to have evidence in court on that. You're saying someone committed a criminal activity, like someone committed a crime. You're not saying someone is bullying me. You're saying someone committed a crime of murder. That's serious. You have to have evidence on that because if it were just like with the criminal matter with Tyler James Robinson and the charges, it is the prosecutor's job to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. So you can't go in there half-stepping with that. So this post up here from November 23rd, where she says, I'm told about the payments for assassinations are running through the Club des Saints in France. This means there's a paper trail. She won't look at it. I would like to, again, to stress that there was a French female assassin. This is why I want to see that post, because there's a whole lot more to that. I mean, this girl's still posting as of 16 hours ago. You can't make this up. It's laughable that she wants people to think they're just trying to shut me up. Girl, no one's trying to shut you up. We want you to keep on talking. People who are smart enough to understand what you're doing, now we want you to keep talking. Because she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. Her attorneys have got to be pulling their hair out. All of them. Like, why don't you stop? You're hurting us. This is not helping, girl. I know. Let her talk. Let her talk. Keep on talking, Candace. We won't stop you. So it's got to be a part of this. I'm still looking for that comment, but I don't see it on here. I don't know. Did she remove it? You can't remove comments on Twitter X, can you? Did she remove it? Why would it not be there? Either way. So you guys see the comment there in the video. All right, so let's go to this because I Googled, researching on. Club des Saints. I would assume I'm saying that right. Let's go to Wikipedia because she hates it. Le Club des Saints. I hope I'm saying this right. Nope. That is in French. What am I doing? Absolutely not. I need this in English. There we go. Let me put it back up. There we go. So this information here, this is on the research of this. Club des Saints means Club of 100, brings together distinguished gastronomes such as Kornonsky, I'm going to mispronounce someone's name, I know it, Henry Gault, Christian Milou, and Doyon. This club is also known as the Compagnons de Cocagne. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't speak French. As it indicates, the club has exactly 100 official members. In addition, there are a few trainees, as well as foreign honorary members. Founded in 1912 by Louis Forrest, the club engages in various activities focused on gastronomy. What is gastronomy? It's the study of the relationship between food and culture, the art of preparing and serving rich or delicate and appetizing food, the cooking styles of particular regions, and the science of good eating. How, why was something related to gastronomy want to plot to assassinate Candace Owens? Why would they want to do this? It doesn't even sound like these men have ever held a weapon or gotten in a fight. They study food. Why would this group have any relation to a transaction to have an American citizen assassinated? Why? What sense does that make? Payments are running through this club? Candace, it sounds like she's been trolled again. You can't make this up. Did she even look this up before she posted this up? Because make this make sense? So a group that studies the relationship between food and culture, the art of preparing and serving rich or delicate and appetizing food, cooking styles of particular regions, and just the science of good eating is facilitating transactions as a part of an assassination plot from the French government on Candace Owens. Really? Really? This has gone on for centuries. Established in 1912, cool kid. 1912, because we read words. You know, everything's really fake and gay. Oh my God. See, we're quoting Candace. Like she said, everything is fake and gay. Sounds like to me this assassination plot is fake and gay. Okay. You can't make this up. What the hell? That's the science of good eating. Why this particular field? Somebody say it could be a front. Why this particular field? Why this particular, of all the things in France? Why this? Club des Cent, Club of 100. Why this group? Of all the groups and organizations in the country of France, that has been a country before the North America, the US, was established as a nation. They helped the America fight against the British to establish our independence. They're like known for rebellion. Of all the groups, you're not talking about like a strike team, anything closely related to a military there. Anything, you're talking about something that studies science, the science of good eating. How many of you all heard of the show Good Eats with Alton Brown? Anyone heard of that? It was on Food Network. It's called Good Eats. Yeah, that reminds me of that. If you've ever heard of Good Eats, there's a show on Food Network. I watched it when I was pregnant every day, religiously. And he basically broke down food to a science. He would even go through the molecular structure of food, right? In case you all don't know, let me pull it. Because I actually like Alton Brown. He's cool. Good Eats. Because this is similar to what Good Eats is. If you're trying to think of what that could mean or what that could be, Good Eats would be one of it. It's like he was able to come in from an angle with science and biology, how certain foods affected the body, how yeast releases air bubbles to give, rise to bread and all these things. Like he would go down to the molecular structure of starch. This man incorporated science in his shows. This is Alton Brown. This show called Good Eats. Very good show on Food Network. And you were able to learn more than just food. You learned about the science of it. That's what this club is. They're like the French version of Good Eats. And look at this. Does Alton look like a person that could plot an assassination? Really? Can't make this up. He's like one of just a dorky looking guy that he's even got, he had whole chemistry lab set up to give the breakdown of how sugar is melted to become caramel or something. Like it was science all throughout his shows. He would be considered a gastronome, someone who studied gastronomy. Like he was just an expert in that. And he had a fun, clever way of putting his shows together to incorporate science with food. She's saying the French version of Good Eats facilitated transactions to plot some sort of assassination attempt on her. The French version of this. Make this make sense. This is absolutely absurd. Oh my God. I'll get some comments in. And no, I'm not reading dumb comments either. I just can't. Y'all, the candy ass is so mad they leaving out by the droves because science. You can't make this up. Hit the like button on the way out. If your goal was to make me mad, you're not doing it. It's just you failed. You can't make this up. She's saying the French version of Alton Brown is out to get her. I can't act this. Y'all. Y'all, please make sure. Candace is programming her fans to be brain dead. Did any of them look up Club de Sant? They didn't even look it up. I can guarantee you that right now. They came over here to learn information because they know Lady Luck Club is going to Google it. And then they're going to say something dumb in the comments. And then they're going to go away when they realize these terms are getting more complex and very difficult to understand. Because what's gastronomy? Can you make this? Alton Brown is the epitome of that. So I'm giving you all an American version of what a French gastronome is in this club, the Sant. Like that's been around since 1912. Probably before Candace's parents were even born. Maybe her grandparents were born or kids. If that. So you're talking about something that's been around for over 100 years. Well over 100 years. And somehow, of all the human beings on earth, the French version of Alton Brown is plotting to assassinate Candace Owens because reasons. You think these men care? You think that these 100 men in France that are sitting here enjoying a good meal and the science of it, and they want to sit here and face the idea of being involved in some heinous crime? Do you really think that they would want to do something like that when they can just sit around and eat cheese and wine all day? The French version of Alton Brown, 100 of them, Club of 100, came together and said, yeah, we ought to do something about this Candace Owens, because reasons. Never mind the crappy food that we could possibly face eating in prison for the rest of our lives. But yeah, because the Macrons are suing her or something. Defamation, things that they could care less about. Do you really think they studying anything that's going on in the United States of America? Candace, you are making yourself more important than a foreign country. Do you really think France is studying you? They're not studying you. As a matter of fact, for most of these people, you're just entertainment. They don't want to see their entertainment go away. They're so addicted to Candace, it's like a fix. It's like drug addicts. They would have to withdraw from her. You think this club cares about anything going on with the Macron lawsuit? They just want to eat and have a good meal and study the science of food and good eating. They just want to know what it tastes, what fresh bread tastes like with no sugar, with maybe a little bit more sugar, with just the right amount of sugar, maybe with some milk and egg in it. Let's see how that goes. That's what they do. They sit around and study the relationship between food and culture, art, preparing and serving rich. Everything is faking gay. This is what they do. I highly doubt any of these 100 men have ever even held a weapon or even thought about becoming a member of a military. I said I highly doubt. Not saying they don't exist. I highly doubt. But there could be some. But they could care less about what's going on with the government like that. As long as it doesn't hinder what they're doing, they could care less. And let's not forget, the lawsuit is going to be heard in a U.S. court. In a U.S. court. And it's ironic, Candace, that you read a letter where you doxed your own attorney's address, their law firm. Well, you put it out there because most of your brain dead cult members could care less where your attorneys work. They probably didn't even read the lawsuit, just like Candace didn't read the indictment of Tyler James Robinson, because reading is not fundamental. They don't research. They just go on whatever she says. They don't challenge it. They don't think logically through these things. So 100 men that are the French version of Alton Brown are allowing transactions to flow through to aid in some assassination plot of Candace Owens, where she didn't even get the paper trail her damn self. Make this make sense. She didn't even research this stuff herself and get her own paper trail. Candace could easily just follow the money. Follow the money, Candace. This is absolutely crazy. That's a good comment. I'm sorry for the silence. I was reading this comment. Blanket on the beat. Someone needs to just do a mock investigation in Candace's style about how Candace is behind Kirk's murder, having help funnel money from radical Islamists to the trans radicals and pushed it off. I mean, and you know what's so crazy? The fact that she's being trolled in her own tip line and doesn't even know it is hysterical. And now she's probably pissed off her attorneys because all these people know where they work. I don't know, but I don't know, no, but I know, I don't know, no, but I know, because you can't make this stop. She wants to stay relevant. Exactly. What's going on, Juju? To all of you all out there, thank you all for tuning in. Hit the like button. Whether you can't stand my guts or not, you got to admit, this is just hilarious how, basic research can help you connect the dots, okay? Candace, you're bad at this, girl. You are bad at this. You have someone telling you there's a paper trail and you didn't even follow the money. And I'm able to sit here and break down Club de Sang and gastronomy and why 100 men that are the French version of Alton Brown are not stun you. If you can't produce evidence, Candace, do you understand how much time and resources you're going to be wasting? The FBI is going to do their due diligence. Of course, they're going to look into it and investigate it. But if it turns out to where, Candace, you've yet come up with something that renders no evidence or proof at all, because she has not posted anything as evidence to show that there is an actual plot against her, let alone follow the money. She won't even do the basics. Girl, you got 4 kids and a whole husband. That's so weird and suspicious. It's not even funny. Why would you not want to do this? Stop trying to get out of this lawsuit, Candace. Because that's all this comes down to. She's trying to get out this lawsuit. Nobody wishing ill will on her. Ain't nobody wishing death on her. No one's even trying to force her to shut up. So no. Of all countries, the French all of a sudden, it seems like it's getting closer to a court date, Candace. Feel like it's getting close to a court date, girl. Yeah, no, 100 Alton Browns they don't care what you're doing. They don't care, they probably care that you're trying to defame them and you're accusing them of plotting an assassination against you, which is highly defamatory. Highly defamatory with zero evidence. And when someone tells you there's a paper trail, you still do not get that paper trail. Girl, bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. You can't make this up. Bye, Felicia. No one wants anything to happen to her, but bye, Felicia. She doesn't know how to stop defaming people. That is a heinous crime to accuse someone of doing. Do you know how much destruction that would bring to their group, to their organization? From somebody in America that they not studying? They don't have to take care of Candace. They don't have to pay her mortgage or pay her bills and take care of her kids. Why, of all the groups, why pick out this one? The most docile group in France. Gastronomy, of all things. Something she probably couldn't define. She didn't even look this up because she would have been like, nah, that's just too outlandish. These people just want to sit around and eat a meal all day. Why bring them into it? You can't make this up. All they do at the end of each meeting is have an assessment is made of the quality of the meal. Like they go around and eat meals. It's absurd. It's only 100 of them. They just want to eat a meal. They not stun you. They don't want to be brought into your nonsense, Candace. They want you to leave them alone. You kidding me? So here's another article from the International Business Times. And I'll post this link, because research and reading is fundamental. I'll post this up and then I'm going to get to some more comments and then we're going to get to Ami because we're all ready to laugh. We all need to get laugh at this point. Shout out, no reply. I'm banking on Candace losing her case due to not being able to find new representation in her lawsuit. Me too. I'm banking on Candace losing her case because she keeps adding on evidence as well. I wouldn't be surprised if the club, the Desant, decided to sue her ass as well. You can't make this up. And they will be well within their rights. You think they got time for this? They living their lives, going around the world, eating food from every region, drinking wines and stuff, doing taste testings. They not done that. So of course it's gonna sully them as a group. She just named them randomly out of nowhere. She didn't even try to go along with something that's closely militant, at least. Nope. Let me go to 100 people that basically are the French versions of Alton Brown goodies and just accuse them of trying to assassinate me, or it's transactions related to it, rather. The transactions related to it, with no evidence or proof. And then I'm going to have all of France go and follow the money as opposed to me doing it because reasons. Out of here. So you all see here, this article was posted up on the 24th of November. Candace Owens claims assassination plot traced to elite French club Desant. And I could be just saying that wrong. I don't, whatever. So it goes into the information about some French insider alerted her to a supposed assassination plan involving elite police unit foreign operatives and a mysterious group known as Club Desant. Candace Owens has ignited an international firestorm after posting an extraordinarily late-night message on X claiming that the payments for political assassinations in France are being routed through the elite Club Desant because of reasons. Her post has been viewed more than 3.7 million times. They can sue her for every view, $1. And it would not be hard. You're alleging 100 people of facilitating transactions where they have nothing to do with anything going on with Charlie Kirk's assassination. I'm sure they would never want to see anyone be assassinated like that in national television in front of the public. But they have nothing to do with it. And she's just bringing in some random club of all clubs. 3.7 million times over. They have absolutely every right to sue her because this is the epitome of defamation. And when someone says there's a paper trail, she doesn't even try to research and get the actual paper trail. No effort in that at all because she would have posted it. You out of your mind? In her explosive message, she wrote, I am told, because people keep telling her things because maybe they're just trolling her or she's just making it up. That payments for assassinations are running through the club Descent in France. This means there is a paper trail, and I encourage the patriots of France to do what you can to uncover it. I know they're just trying to enjoy their day. She then escalated her accusation, further claiming not only that a French female assassin had been selected to kill her, but that a male Israeli operative had also been recruited. A male Israeli operative and a female French assassin. Because this it's like reading a script out of the most absurd movie in Hollywood. No evidence on this, so you're not going to release their names, Candace. But you outed a donor because Gomax. But you don't want to release the name of this Israeli operative, this male Israeli operative, or this French female assassin. You won't say anything about them. You won't even give like how tall they are, what color is their hair, the color of the eyes, what they were last wearing, any, where they went to school, maybe. You won't give any information about these people, but you can dox and out a donor. This is the hypocrisy that's staggering to me. Yeah, man. I feel her source is the tip line. Exactly. She doesn't vet her tips. Candace, you are bad at this. You're not even trying to even come up with something that makes sense. Club Descent doesn't make sense. From what they do, it wouldn't make sense. And then somehow there's a paper trail of transactions and you don't get that. Man, woo-cha. These are joint state operations, she declared, because she declared it with no evidence. Owens' claims follow an earlier statement in which she insisted a high-ranking French government source warned her that the President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte had authorized and funded a plot to assassinate her without any evidence on the actual funding. Not even the method of payment was released. Was it a wire transfer? Was it? We're back to the cash in the briefcase exchanged by a trash can near the French president's home or something? Nothing. A check in the mail. Like, how did this go? None of that. You can't make this up. In that previous message, she said the Macrons had executed upon and paid for my assassination with no proof, and that the order had been given, no proof of that order, had been given to a small unit within the National Gendarmerie Intervention Group. No proof of that either. None. Not even a photo of the people in the group. Nope, nothing. She also alleged that an Israeli operative was embedded within the team and that the operation had been formalized. Where's the evidence of this formalization? Where is it? If someone was there and they heard everything, wouldn't they have written something down? Wouldn't they be able to point something out? Wouldn't they go back, try to take a photo of these people? Where is the evidence, Candace? Owens' aide added that American officials knew of the supposed plot but could not be trusted to protect her. Okay, why even file a complaint with them then? Just do it yourself. You and the mommy slews that are impersonating CIA agents all day. Why don't you all just do it yourselves and do your own research? Why send friends to help you with this when you can just call the person that told you about these payments and ask them to send you all the proof of it? I cannot reiterate that enough. Urging the public to take her warning seriously in case something happens. Candace, you're going to court. They're suing you. The only thing that's going to happen is that you're going to lose and end up paying a hefty, hefty judgment. You may want to start asking Alex Jones, how did that work out for him when he thought he was going to win as well? Now he owes all the money and he will never be able to retire. You can't make this up. The Macrons have already sued Owens for defamation over recent accusations, which has magnified the global attention on her latest round of allegations. Gourmet society or secret payment route. We need the actual payment method. Owens mentioned the club design immediately baffled thousands of users. France has two groups with similar names. One is the famous Gastronomic Society founded in 1912, an exclusive dining club of 100 members known for weekly meals at top Paris restaurants. The other is a cycling club for enthusiasts who have conquered 100 mountain passes. Either they're enjoying a good meal or they're a cycling club. Either way, they're going to start getting all this harassment, all this bullying, all this BS from her, mommy slews and her diehard candy ass cult members. People are going to get doxxed even the more, even though she won't reveal this Israeli operative and this French female assassin. No, you won't dox those two people, though. You won't release any information on them. And let me be clear, I don't encourage doxing at all. But she won't even say anything about them, just anything. I have photos. Here's a photo. Blur the image. Here's how tall they are, the color of their hair, something to that extent. The area of France where they live. Nothing at all. But these people now are going to have to be subjected to being cyber harassed, cyber bullied, and doxxed because she put it out there. Now both groups are about to catch it from the brain dead cult members that just listen to every word she says and they don't ask questions. Because that's what happens with anyone she mentions. From Phil Lyman to Rob McCoy to Mikey McCoy, Frank Turek, Phil Lyman's mother. I mean, you go down the laundry list. Some kid in a green hoodie. Two other college students. Oh, the sponsors and donors. What about the Jewish conservatives catching death threats? Is that right for them to catch death threats? The hypocrisy is staggering, Candace. So now you're going to subject these two groups to more of the BS from your candy ass cult followers for no good reason with zero evidence to support it. And you won't even ask for it. Ridiculous. Owens did not clarify what she meant because she didn't. She didn't even look it up herself. She has no idea what it is. A secretive network of elites allegedly funneling assassination payments through the club. She provided no documents, financial records, or corroborating evidence to support the claim because she never does. Because it's called lying. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. What's going on? You got a couple weeks. All right. No, I know what I'm doing. Oh no, honey. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. I don't think she sees what she's doing. Let her talk. No, I see what I'm doing. I'm reading an article. Enlighten me on what I should be doing. You can't make this up. Apparently, I'm still listening, Nicole. I'm still waiting for that 7K to hit my account or Cash App or Zelle or whatever. Apparently these people want me to be rich and have money too. Whatever. That doesn't saying that I should get blessed with $7,000 does not hurt my feelings at all. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Love says she's preparing her defense by saying she's mentally ill. I'm waiting on the seven. It was the why can't it be $7,777.77? Why does it have to be 7,000? Why can't it be all sevens? I mean, we're going on, payments from, Israel. With numbers are significant, right? Numbers in the Bible, numbers historically with the Hebrews and with Jewish people are significant. Why not go for 144,000? Like equal to the tribe of Judah. Ugh. I wait. Why can't it be all sevens? I don't have a bias. I'm reading information. Candace has no evidence, and unless you have some, produce it. Tell her to post the receipts or the proof of the transactions. Why don't y'all tell her to do that? I mean, we can easily say that maybe Candace is paying her cult followers mortgages and rent. Perhaps she's paying all your bills and you feel that you need to somehow defend her. I don't know. We can all say the same thing. 7,000 is not even nearly enough, honey, for the research and the information that I produce. That would be an insult. But if they want to give me 7,000, I'm just saying, why not make it 77777.77? I mean, really, just make it all sevens. And who said that they offer 7,000? You all don't even ask about that. Where's the evidence of proof that they offer someone $7,000? I want to see emails. I want to see documentation on this. I want to see evidence. 7,000 makes no sense. Why not all sevens? Your view. Look at you entertaining me. Jesus loves the trolls as well. You got to give them something. Oh, I'm debunking her. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Keep calling on him. Maybe he'll answer. You can't make this up. Candace is defaming me. Yeah, because I'm not gonna be angry. I'd rather it sound silly to you, but at least we're reading. We read up in here. Bye. Y'all wish Nicole Johnson a good night. Have a good night, dear. Sleep peacefully. You'll be back tomorrow. You can't make this stuff up. So this is what she's doing. This is what Candace is doing. Now you have all these posts here. These weird ass posts. No evidence. No evidence on this paper trail. They didn't lie when they said that. She provided no documents, financial records, or corroborating evidence to support the claim because she didn't. That is a fact, and facts don't care about your feelings. We want facts, proof, evidence, documentation. That's what she should be posting up. If she doesn't trust the feds, the government, or any government, then why is she trusting anything that a French government person is telling her? A French government employee told her this. Why is she trusting them if she doesn't trust governments? She's not a globalist because she said that already a long time ago. We even played the video of her saying, some nonsense about nationalism and globalism, 2 words she can't define, while she was with Turning Point in the UK. So she's already said she's not a globalist. So why would you take the word of some high-ranking French government official or employee if you don't trust the government? You don't trust the feds, but you didn't have a choice but to file a complaint with the feds, right? You want the White House to do something, which they don't do. They don't investigate. The White House is the executive branch of power. They don't do investigations. That is for our judicial branch of government to do. And yet she wants the White House to once again try to intervene in something. But she doesn't trust the White House. She doesn't trust the FBI. She hasn't even filed a complaint with her local police in the state of Tennessee. Her attorneys haven't even filed anything for her. Wouldn't the attorneys file some complaint or be able to attest to something? Wouldn't they at least file an affidavit on her behalf? She's got 3 attorneys. Why aren't the attorneys filing an affidavit on her behalf? Help me understand it. She gave out the address to their law firm. The candy asses aren't thinking about this because they don't really think. Why didn't she contact her attorneys and say, what can be done legally so that we can address this matter on 2 fronts? We can get a complaint filed with, the local police authority here in my state, as well as the FBI, and then do something with the court. Maybe get a protection order. Candace, why don't you get a protection order? Because you already think you got some gag order with your name on it that you had already planned on violating, even though it doesn't apply to you. Why didn't she get a protection order? I want anyone to just answer me. I know the Luxters, you guys, we understand just basic concepts. But at the candy asses, think about this. Why wouldn't she go and file for a protection order? Her attorneys can do that for her. She's got 3 attorneys representing her in the Macron lawsuit. Why won't she ask her attorneys, hey, can we get a protection order in place just for my safety and security so that I feel better? At least have something in writing from the courts. While the local authorities do an investigation because she lives in Tennessee, and while the FBI does the complaint and does an investigation from there. Because you're talking about some assassination plot from another country. Why does she get a protection order? You can't make this up. After she Juju said after she bashed the president and the head FBI, she's asking for SOS by Felicia. I know, right? I want to know. Get a protection order. You want to know how a protection? Okay, so here's how protection orders work. You can do a petition to the court. The petition to the court is basically saying, okay, there's a threat on my life. Like when someone threatens to do you physical bodily injury or harm, you can do a petition for a protection order. You do it in the state, based on the district of where you live. So you go to whatever the district she lives in or county she lives in. She would go to that court and she would do a petition. She can get an attorney to represent her and they can do it for her and they will file a petition for a protection order. And then typically those types of hearings are heard ex parte. So you don't need the defendant to be present for the initial hearing. Those one of those rare exceptions where you can have an ex parte hearing without the other party being present. And then you present your evidence. And if there's enough finding of evidence based on the criteria of the law, they will grant at least a temporary protection order, also known as a TPO. So she can do a TPO. She would have to do it in her state because the thing would be for her to be protected so they don't come within so many feet of her. If she wants to add her attorney's address to it, so when she's there, she has that protection, she can. But she would have to file that in the district, in the court of where she resides. And then she can include, hey, I travel, I have a YouTube channel, pretty huge. I travel a lot. So I need to include these addresses on it. So when I go to Delaware, here's the address I need this protection to extend to. So that way, when she goes to see her attorneys in Delaware, then at least that address is also covered. So when she's there, then that gives her that layer of protection. And then the court establishes a hearing for that. So that temporary protection order is typically in place until you get a hearing where now after the temporary protection order has been granted, the service can be done to the defendant. So they will process service. They would, ensure that the defendant gets a copy of the petition, and then they get a court date and they establish a hearing. So that's where the defendant will be able to come to court and say, okay, here's my defense to this. You see what I'm saying? So that's something she can do and get some level of protection from the court while she files a complaint with between local authorities, whatever, police department in her district is, as well as the FBI. The White House does not do investigations. They rely on our judicial branch of government, that being the Department of Justice, Department of Homeland Security. The DOJ has many subcomponents underneath it, including the FBI. So they're only going to let the FBI or the Department of Homeland Security do that investigation. Either way, the White House will not be doing that. That's not what our executive branch does. So there's so many other ways that she could be doing this. Like, she could have done this a long time ago. That's my whole thing. If she's saying that this plot, she's been saying this for over a year, why not go ahead and at least get a TPO? Why didn't she do this, 2 months ago? If she felt like when what's his name, Andrew Covid, or that CIA contractor spouse said that, hey, it should have been you 2 months ago, back on September 10th, she should have done it then. She should have filed a complaint, and she should have filed a petition for a TPO then. But why didn't she do that? That's what I'm saying. If someone is truly, gotten some threat on their life and they're concerned, these are the first things you're going to think to do. She has enough money to be able to afford attorneys in any state, whether it be Delaware or Tennessee. So the first thing I would do is get that protection for me and my kids, my family. That TPO can be for everyone in the household. If her kids are being homeschooled, cover the attorney's office in Delaware, maybe where she goes to church. They would do all this for her. But these are things she's not even, she didn't even ask about the actual receipts from whomever told her these transactions are happening through this club. That's what's so crazy about this. She's not moving like someone. She's not doing things as, like a person who is afraid of their life, who feels like they have an assassination plot against them from a world leader. She's not making moves like that. She's not producing any evidence. She's not doing anything that would at least give the perception that she's trying to get some level of protection. Like, it's so crazy. Oh God. And it's just defamatory at best. I mean, at worst, really. Because you're saying Club Descent and you're not specifying this. I mean, even if she would have done a Google search, she would have known that there's at least 2 clubs with the same name. She didn't do that. It's so crazy. Exactly. With 4 kids. She got 4 kids. She got a husband. She's got parents. She could at least did that in place. Yes, it does. It may not protect your life, but at the very least, you have something in place in case someone comes around, you think something suspicious going on, and you at least know the people to name. You can be safeguarded. But if that's the case, then an FBI complaint wouldn't do any good. Doesn't save her life either, right? So if the protection order is useless, so is a complaint, because neither one of them are going to actually save your life. Even if you file a complaint, someone wanted to come do something, that's common sense. If someone wanted to do something, they can still do it if they wanted to do it. But she's not even making these types of decisions to try to show I'm putting whatever safeguards in place that I can to keep me and my family safe. So, I can't do whataboutisms. Do something. So but she hasn't shown any proof that someone is trying to unalive her. She hasn't shown any evidence that there is even a threat. None at all. Not even a little bit. And that's what people are saying. Can you give us one piece of evidence? That's it. That's all. But I don't want people you see what's going to happen here? This is how serious this is. What about these people that are going to be subjected to harassment and bullying and doxing now? Because people are catching death threats because of her accusations against them. So now there's two more groups that are going to be subjected to online death threats. A man is sitting in jail in Florida with 12 counts. She refuses to denounce the actions of Nicholas Ray that sent online death threats to 3 Jewish conservatives that Candace Owens insinuated in being involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination. And she hasn't said anything about that. She ain't said anything about Kanye West apologizing to a rabbi. And she's not even going to acknowledge if these people start catching death threats. She wouldn't even acknowledge it. This is what I mean. That's not how things are handled. No, not at all. Not at all. So let's see here. Proud liberal for you. Thank you for the $2 soup. I appreciate it. I forget to say that there's $25 go. I always forget to say that, y'all. Sometimes we meet it, sometimes we don't. If you like to support the channel financially, it's up to you all, but just hit the like button. That's all I appreciate. For the most. What did Erica Kirk's OBGYN die from? Wait, what? Who said her I don't know who her OBGYN is. I have no idea who her OBGYN is. So I just, like I said, I don't wish any ill will or harm. I don't even want her to dox this so-called French female assassin or the Israeli operative. I don't want her to put the names out there. But if she's willing to dox others, I just find it hypocritical that she's not giving any information on these two at all. And I don't think it would be hard to discover who's in these two groups if people really want to find out. But should they be subjected to it is the question. The answer is no. They should not be subjected to it. They got cyber harassment, cyberbullying, doxing coming their way. And for what? When she didn't even research what's the difference. Didn't even know there's two clubs with the same name. It's crazy. So shout out to Alton Brown and Good Eats for showing us all how gastronomy is done. You guys make sure you check him out. He's funny. He's pretty funny. I don't know if he's still on Food Network and still making new episodes or not, but he has certainly been on this for a good 20 years. And you guys can see this is just all of the seasons he's done. I mean, good grief. I think he goes up to season 21 or something like that. It was well over 20 seasons, but he is fantastic. This is what these gastronomes are. They're just like Alton Brown. So that gives you some sort of reference point. Let's get back to the video. Except now we're going to Ami because I don't want to hold you guys too much longer. I just want you all to know that this is not like tomorrow we're going to check out Gray Hughes. Shout out to those emailing me about Gray Hughes. We're going to look at Gray Hughes tomorrow because he did a couple of videos about the gun. And that was something I had questions on based on the indictment. A couple questions that I just felt like was missing from the indictment, such as, when does the gun somehow appear on the roof and come into view? Just little things that even I had questions on, but based on the indictment, it's not just based out of nowhere. It's based on the indictment and what, if I'm thinking about this, whole plot to shoot someone, you mentioned when the gun was put up in the indictment, but you don't mention when the gun was taken out. That somehow that information was not ever clear to me in the indictment. So these videos are supposed to help clear that up about what happened. The weapon, how it was put together. I'm not a gun enthusiast or anything like that. So a learning opportunity for all of us tomorrow. We're going to check out Gray Hughes Investigates. Right now, we're going to Ami.
All right, you guys.
Because we got to get a good laughing. Shout out to Ami Kozak. You guys, make sure you go check him out. If I can get one of the mods to drop his YouTube channel link in the chat, you got to have a laugh. Okay? That's what we have to do here. Call me silly. Call me crazy. Whatever. But I do my research and I do my homework. And I make things make sense. And I ask questions too, Candace. You still got to go to court, girl. So we're going to end it on some laughter. So this is Candace Owens exposing Candace Owens. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And this is gonna be what we conclude on. Let's get to it. Put a 1 in the chat when you can see and hear.
Guys, another explosive day with some crazy announcements that are going to be coming out. We're going to talk about that. We're going to discuss that. As many of you know, Candace Owens has been making headlines lately, talking about Israel, talking about the Zionists. But what a lot of you don't know, and we looked into this, and I don't know if this is true. We don't have evidence if this is true, but I feel this is true. Turns out, if you look into her history, Candace Owens was originally born Candace Owenstein. Owenstein. That's interesting. I just find that interesting. It's very interesting to me. Where did she come from? Appearing on the scene all of a sudden, what, 2015, 2016? Just kind of popped out of nowhere. Is it possible that maybe we're all being fooled, you guys? And that she's actually a secret plant by the Mossad or some Jewish agency to rally all the Jews to unite in fighting her, someone who could actually bring the Jewish community together, and no one would have more of an interest in that than the Jews themselves, leading me to believe that Candace Owens might actually be a Jew. Some kind of psyop, some kind of operation. Just ask Bill Ackman. And again, I don't know if this is true. We don't have evidence if this is true, but I just feel this is true. So I'm gonna say it. Oh no, it's possible Candace Owens, aka Candace Owenstein, is actually a Jewish plant planted by Jews to rally the Jewish people around a common enemy, and that she's actually a Jew herself. Let's take a look at the history, and you'll notice some interesting coincidences? I don't know. We'll see. Let's take a look. What most people don't know is before she was a conservative, she ran a website called Social Autopsy, which was designed to target people for cyberbullying. You guys, this was meant to cancel people who said the wrong things. Where do you think she learned that from? Probably the ADL. Which means she was actually an ADL asset trained by the ADL.
You can't make this up.
Guys, they think we're stupid. They think we're so stupid. She probably learned her same cancellation tactics from the very organization she condemns today, which means she's probably working for them. I don't have evidence for it, but I feel it's true. Her original name was Red Pill Black. Now, I don't know if you know anything about Jewish people, but when it comes to pills, Jewish people take a lot of medication. They do.
Wait a minute. Y'all, what did that red pill black mean? What was it significant for? Is that her favorite colors or something? Where did you get that from? Red pill black? What was it? Something from the Matrix? Red pill black, y'all. Y'all, it's the facial expressions. Black, red pill. I know. Y'all, look at his facial expressions, the way he swerved his head. Like a snake.
Red Pill Black. Now, I don't know if you know anything about Jewish people, but when it comes to pills, Jewish people take a lot of medication. They do. They have stomach issues. I'm sorry if that's offensive. I'm sorry if that's a stereotype, but all the Jewish people I've known in my life have all taken medication for stomach issues or allergies or both. Moving on, she was then discovered by David Horowitz. And I don't have to tell you the origin of that name, but it is Jewish. Oh no, I said he's Jewish. David Horowitz, a Jewish man, gave Candace Owens, aka Candace Owenstein, some of her first recognition, her first platform. If you dig deeper, you discover that she then began working for Dennis Prager,
yes,
Dave Rubin, Ben Shapiro. What do they all have in common? They all happen to be Jewish. Oh no, they're all Jews, which means they would want to elevate one of their own, Candace Owenstein, who most likely is probably a Jew. You guys, it's so obvious. Something doesn't add up here. Are we actually to believe that she would just turn her back on all of these Jewish people that advanced her career? Why would anyone do that? Why would you do that? Why would you even do that? That just seems like a waste of time. And
yeah, that's a whole fact. Candace, you had people, Jewish people, to catapult your Jewish people and conservatives. Catapulted your career, girl. She just kind of told both to kick rocks. I don't even know if she's Christian.
Applies. No normal person would do that, especially someone who is always expressing gratitude and being grateful. So obviously she is grateful, and obviously she's still working for all of them. And she's simply a plant, a Mossad psyop to unite the Jewish people. Okay. I don't know if this is true, but what? We can't talk about it. Oh no, you guys, they think we're stupid. They think we're crazy. If you dig a little deeper, you notice some interesting patterns. Some interesting behavior that seems very Jewish, okay? She got engaged to her now husband, George Farmer, after 2 weeks of knowing him. They got engaged after 2 weeks.
Yep.
You guys, getting engaged after 2 weeks.
18 days to be exact.
There's nothing more Hasidic than that. That is exactly what Hasidic Jewish people do when they date. I don't know if you know this, but if you dig deeper, you find out that Hasidic couples date for a very short period of time, and they meet with someone called a shotkin. They meet with a shotkin, which is a Jewish matchmaker. And after about 2 weeks, they get engaged, which can only mean that it's very likely that Candace Owens is actually a Hasidic Jew who used a shotgun, and we will check the records and we will get back to you on that. If you look
to which she never does. Yeah, it's George Foreman. I highly doubt he's Jewish, but I just need to ask anyway. He's definitely weird.
Now as to what she is currently doing, interviewing and trying to vindicate a prominent Jewish figure in Hollywood. Hello, Harvey Weinstein, another Frankist. He's a Frankist, a prominent Jewish man. She's secretly all of a sudden trying to defend, trying to vindicate. Why would she do that? Why would anyone do that? Why would she do that? Maybe because he supports Israel. He disclosed that he had to sell his movie rights to the people who control Hollywood, the Qataris and the Saudis. That's interesting. Why is that interesting? Why does that not surprise me? Because, as you all know, Semites are actually Arabs. So when we talk about anti-Semitism, and we talk about anti-Semitics and hating Semites, we're actually talking about Arabs, of which Harvey Weinstein clearly is one. And when Bill Ackman talks about anti-Semitism, he's not only talking about Jewish people, he's clearly also referring to the Qataris and the Saudis, who are Jewish Semite Arabs as well. Candace Owens, a.k.a. Candace Owenstein, is a secret Hasidic Jew Mossad psyop being run to unite the Jewish people for a common cause. It all makes sense. It makes too much sense, you guys. They think we're stupid. They think we're stupid. And I just want to add off by saying that I would chop off my left foot and my right foot and both my arms and flap around like a torso before I support Israel, because Israel is behaving like psychopaths, okay? You're psychopaths. You guys are psychopaths. You are crazy. And I would chop off all of my limbs and flap around on the ground like a human torso before I support you, okay? So my final words to Candace Owenstein: you were born a Jew and you will always be a Jew. We see you for who you are. All right, guys, tune in next week when we uncover that Bibi Netanyahu is a Muslim.
A bow.
Y'all. Oh, Ami. Flood the chat with Ami. Ami. Flood that chat with Ami right now. Oh, dear Lord. It's like the greatest self-roasting ever. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Oh, man, that's priceless. Ami. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's exactly how she would roast herself. Like her playing herself. He is epic. Child. You can't make this up. A flapping torso. Red pill, black pill. Black pill, red pill. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, y'all. I hope y'all had a good time, man. We learned some new things here in the Lady Luck Club. We keep it interesting and fun. The candy asses hate my guts. Woo, them bots be mad as hell. Shout out to all of you. Shout out to my mods. Thank you all for being all hands on deck. I appreciate you all. I know it's late. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We're going to be back on tomorrow, and we're going to check out Gray Hughes, and we're going to try to figure out, what this information is regarding this weapon and everything. Shout out to all the supporters. I appreciate you all so much. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's keep this video up in the algorithm. Ami is a jewel and he should be protected at all times. Oh man, he is dropping content too. He's starting to pick up his content. Shout out to Mick Bar TV. Shout out to Jay Witt. Shout out to the young man. I forgot who the other guy we watched. What's his name? The Amazing Lucas. There's a couple things he said I did not like, but I did like the picture of Bon Voyage. That was just funny. That was funny. But either way, you guys have a good evening. Mama's got to get to work in the morning. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Lady Luck Club. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And listen, we're not going to always agree on everything, you all, but this is, the research that I do, I learn from it as well. And I just impart what I've come across and learned in my research to you all. And you guys take with it what you will. But all the resources to the articles, the video links will be in the description of the video on the conclusion of this live stream. You all, thank you so much. And I will see you all in the next one. Until then, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.